Coming up today on This Is True Really News. Something from the Montgomery Advisor. Think back to Tuesday. And that's my foreshadowing. Is that good? Is that okay?
How can we foreshadow if we're thinking back?
Because it was foreshadowing back then.
But you're saying it. Okay.
Right. So if you think way back to Tuesday's show, and I'm foreshadowing this next story from the Montgomery Advisor. If you like the Montgomery Advisor as much as I do, please.
I don't know if he's taking his meds.
Like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News. And hit the bell button so you're notified every time we put some of this crap up.
Makes it easier to ignore.
Absolutely. If you've got something longer, leave a comment, question, a snarkument anywhere you find us. Or if it's something longer or a story you think we should cover, send it to TITR@netradio.network. I think Mike Dime would have loved that. He would have said, that's a great intro.
Sure would have. If he wouldn't, as long as he doesn't hear it.
My guess.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
We're in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
It's November of 2023.
It's cold.
It's Michigan.
Yeah.
Police are chasing a stolen 17-ton forklift through city streets for an hour, says NBC News.
Another slow-speed chase. Those things do not go very fast.
They just are not made to torque.
Yeah.
Police called it
a very November with those smooth wheels.
Yes. Police called it a very dangerous situation. Mm. They probably said situation, but I changed it for color. Especially so since the driver was a 12-year-old boy.
Can those guys get a license to drive those things?
Are they upset because he's 12 or a boy? I don't
know.
Well, it's a 12-year-old girl. Well, of course. See how she's driving?
Yeah, you let her.
TITR, netradio.network. The boy allegedly found the construction vehicle outside the Forsyth Middle School with the keys still inside. That was your first mistake.
Yeah.
While no one was injured, the forklift did hit 10 cars as it, I don't want to say zoomed, as it drove, as it crawled through neighborhoods with law enforcement in not so hot pursuit.
Yeah, well, running alongside.
At one point, officers warned other cars that he was lowering the hooks. Don't get in front of it. Which is
it's like a charging bull.
The boy was eventually taken into custody and will now see what the inside of a juvenile detention center looks like.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You leave a piece of heavy machinery.
Don't leave the keys
out in the open.
Yeah, we used to drive tractors around construction sites on the weekends when they would leave the keys in it. And then when they started
to do that,
and then when they started locking them in the trailer,
yep,
we'd break into the trailer and get the keys.
I hope there's a statute.
I'm sure there
limitations.
Tony, we're 67 years old.
Maybe you'll be deported.
With any luck, I'll go someplace nice. From the Montgomery.
No, they'd probably send you to Scotland.
Ooh,
where it's always dry. And
we're on day 52 now. Montgomery Advisor. A potential juror was arrested in Prattville the other day in the midst of the selection process. Juan Christopher Cifuentes, 38.
How'd that Christopher get in there?
Yeah, I don't know. Had an outstanding misdemeanor domestic violence warrant from the Prattville Police Department, according to Chief Assistant District Attorney C.J. Robinson. Cifuentes' name was announced in the courtroom, and he was led out into the hall where he was placed in handcuffs. Apparently, they recognized him and looked it up while they were waiting for his name to be called. The metal clicks of the cuffs.
That was awful nice of him.
Right?
To be right there.
The metal clicks of the cuffs being tightened around his wrists were clearly audible inside the hushed courtroom. Robinson doesn't recall ever arresting a potential juror before. Cifuentes told Robinson that he knew his wife had gone to the police, but he didn't know a warrant had been issued for his arrest.
Everyone and their sister tries to get out of jury duty.
And this guy finds the perfect way to do it.
Wow. A little extreme, I think, but okay.
Cifuentes may be between a hard and a rock place. See, not answering a jury summons is against the law in and of itself. So prosecutors hardly ever charge anyone with that misdemeanor, though. He did get bond, as they don't think he's a flight risk.
That's fair.
After he showed up for jury duty. The bond was set at $500, typical for the charge.
That's just so right. That's one of those, if you gave it to a Hollywood producer, he'd go, what?
We're not telling that story. It's not true.
Nobody'd ever believe that. I mean, they can suspend some belief. Mm-hmm. Fox 35 TV Miami reported that 44-year-old Sandra Jimenez got to cool her heels at the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center in Miami.
Is this all police stories all the time?
It is.
Okay.
She apparently attacked her boyfriend of 8 years at their home. According to said boyfriend, as the couple argued about him, quote, looking at other women. I never had that problem. When we were younger, Robin would, she cute?
No, my wife does this. She's pretty.
Yeah.
And I go,
she'll point them out.
And I go, yep.
And I remember Star Wars right away. It's a trap. Sandra allegedly, in this argument, jumped on him as he lay on the couch and stabbed him in the right eye with one of her dog's rabies shot needles.
Was he foaming at the mouth? I mean, what if this was an emergency situation and she needed to unrabies him?
Sure. I could see that happening. He couldn't. She then left the house.
He could halfway see it coming.
Should have seen that coming. Well, not now, dude. She then left the house, called police, who took him to... She left the house and he called police. Thank you. Took him to the hospital. Officers later found her asleep in a vehicle outside the home and arrested her for aggravated battery. I'm guessing she meant to drive off, but thought, I'm tired. I'll take a nap here quick.
Because there's another shoe that's going to drop here in a minute.
I'm thinking Sandra told them her boyfriend's injuries were self-inflicted.
Do what I say or I'm sticking myself in the eye with a needle. That makes no sense.
She pled not guilty to the felony charge of aggravated battery. She's under house arrest at this point.
With him?
I hope not. I'm guessing no. Even if she's under house arrest, she's either A, not in my place, or B, I'm not in that place.
There we are.
Either way.
And now a few short police stories. Keeping with the theme we've set up for the entire week, apparently. Anaheim police arrested a 26-year-old man on suspicion of indecent exposure and being under the influence of a controlled substance after he stripped naked and wandered around the display characters in Disneyland's Small, Small World. Insert your own joke here. North Carolina, a man was arrested after leading the Boone Police Department on a chase while driving a stolen John Deere tractor. Yes, it was John Deere Green. The driver...
There's a song in that.
Yeah, wow, we could have $100 if we'd write it.
No, we end up in jail for stealing somebody else's song.
Oh, shoot. The driver, Ronnie Hicks, hit several vehicles, a dumpster, and a church during the miles-long pursuit. I think he was the father of that 12-year-old from you.
Remember the guy who drove cross-country to see his friend on his little...
Was it
John Deere? His running...
Tractor?
Yeah, his little... Yeah. Why am I picturing that with lights and sirens?
An inept burglar's moans set off the alarm at a business after his Mission Impossible Spider-Man style attempt to rappel from the ceiling went awry. And he got tangled up in the thin nylon cord he was using. I could just see him hanging there. And finally, Rocky Mount, North Carolina police followed the sounds of a gunshot to a burglary suspect. The man broke into a dance studio, discharged a gun into the neighboring business, and in the process, accidentally shot himself in the leg. The world is crying out for a smart criminal.
Nope. The world is crying out for someone smart. Anyone. Criminal or not, anyone.
Yeah. And they're not looking for us.
No, we said smart.
Yep.
Not smart Alec.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.